I am about to experience my first experience with the Apple Vision Pro. Got my awesome representative here helping me out.
Perfect.
Mic check 1 2. So just coming in with another update with regards to this whole virtual reality, mixed reality environment that we're moving closer into. And for those of you who followed the last few videos I've made, you'll know that I've been watching the Matrix series just to kind of refamiliarize myself with the movie. And I feel like the Matrix, and really with all of the Matrix movies, every time you watch them, there's always something new that you can pick up. There's always some little detail that maybe you missed the last time you watched it. And there's always just some kind of hidden message in there that you can always pick apart. Now, I understand that, you know, the writers of the movie, the creators of the movie, they've come out and you know, made their statements about what they intended for the movie and what the movie was about. But I feel like The Matrix, regardless of any of those things, it's one of those movies that you can take and interpret and kind of make it your own, just because of how deep the movie goes and just because of how parallel it is to a lot of the things that we see in society today. And so for me, I recently had a chance to go to the Apple store and try out the Apple Vision Pro for myself. And I got to tell you, if you have not had a chance to go and check out the Apple Vision Pro, it's free. Let me just start off with that. It is free. It's free to go and do a demo of the Apple Vision Pro. And I think everyone should go and try it at least one time. I'm not saying that you should buy it, because it is definitely one of the more expensive products that Apple has to offer. From what I understand, to get an Apple Vision Pro, it's going to run you about $3,500. I don't think that in this economy, anyone should be running out and spending $3,500 on an Apple Vision Pro, especially if you're struggling for money. I'd sooner tell you to take that $3,500, go buy a car so that you can drive Uber and make some extra money. Apple Vision Pro really isn't going to do much for you in terms of making money. I mean, maybe it will if you're into tech stuff and you know, maybe if you want to start some type of online business or start a YouTube channel, whatever the case may be. And even if you were going to do those things, there's way less expensive ways to do those things. But for the mere experience, I think everyone should go and experience the Apple Vision Pro. And I'm not going to talk about everything that I did in the demo. I don't want to spoil the entire demo for you, but I will touch on one thing. And Apple has this immersive experience that they allow you to, you know, experience when you're testing out the Vision Pro. And all of Apple's immersive experiences are so lifelike and they look so real that it's almost terrifying how real it is. Now, the device itself works by using a whole number of cameras that are not only reading where your eyes are going, but they also read all of the information that's happening around you, right? In addition to your hands, because there's no controls for it. Everything that you do, you have to do with your eyes and with your hands. So you basically have to look where you want to, you have to look at the icon, or you have to look at the app that you want to engage with, and then you initiate the engagement by making certain hand gestures, all of which you will learn once you go and take the demo. Now, there is a piece in the Apple immersive experience where you're able to be transported to any location and to nearly any scenery that you want to be transported to. I just happened to be transported to the edge of like Lake Michigan or some lake. And it was so real because, you know, when you look down, you see the soil. When you look up, you see the sky. When you look in any direction that you look in, you're seeing landscape. There's no cutoff. There's no edge of a screen. There's no black point where There's no longer any type of image. In any direction you look, no matter how high, no matter how low, no matter how near, no matter how far, you're able to see scenery. And when you first look at it, maybe part of your brain is recognizing, like, okay, what I'm looking at is an image. But where it starts to get really freaky is when the weather starts to change and it starts to rain, and you can hear the raindrops and you can see the raindrops. And that's where it's almost like playing tricks on your brain, because your eyes and your ears are telling you that you're sitting at the edge of a lake, but you don't feel the cool breeze off the lake, right? You're not feeling the cold wind. Now, and I'm sure once they develop technology that allows you to feel that, it's going to take it to a whole new level. But it's so realistic. And even though the Apple Vision Pro, the equipment that comes with it, is some of the most modern technology that we've seen from Apple, I can already see the headset that comes with this version of the Apple Vision Pro being outdated, and I can see it becoming archaic, because I'm sure over time they're going to simplify it. They're going to make it lighter. They're going to make it slimmer. They're going to make it to where it doesn't need to be attached to a battery pack, because right now, in order for you to use it, you have to have it attached to a battery pack. Once they develop the technology that allows them to make this smaller, sleeker, for it to, capture even more of the experience via sight and sound, this is where I think we're starting to kind of transition into this new AI generation. And I was watching a YouTube video that was comparing the Apple Vision Pro to, I think, Meta's Quest. And Mark Zuckerberg refers to it as mixed reality. And anytime I hear things like reality, mixed reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, I always go back to the Avengers, right? And I think of Thanos, and I think of the Reality Stone, right? And how Thanos would use the Reality Stone to literally just confuse people and make them think things were happening that just absolutely were not happening. And you really start to question, man, like, what is reality? How do we determine reality? And that scene in The Matrix, it just screams at me more and more when Morpheus says to Neo, it's nothing more than electrical signals being interpreted by your brain. And if we can somehow crack the code to figure out what those electrical signals are, to be able to manipulate them further and further, who's to say that there isn't going to come a day where we can, by our own selves with a device, change our entire reality? It's scary. It's scary because no matter what you do, no matter what type of technology you create, reality will always be reality. Meaning real life will always be real life. Meaning the air that you breathe as a human being, the physical human being, will always be that. But how much will we be able to trick ourselves into this new reality, into a reality that allows us to escape the one that we're actually living in real life? And how addicted will people become to living this mixed reality? Now, if you go on TikTok, if you go on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos of people who do not like their current reality. There are a lot of people who do not like the reality they live in. Maybe they're single, maybe they're lonely, maybe they're broke, they don't have money, maybe they're just not in the best environment, maybe they're going through tough times, whatever the case may be. And I think this is why a lot of people who are unhappy, they self-medicate, they do certain things. But I could easily see this mixed reality, this augmented reality, becoming another type of drug that gets people away from the misery that they're living in their actual lives. And it's just, I know I'm on this reality train because, and it's scary because of how close it is. It's right at our doorstep. It's really right at our doorstep. And I don't know if we're slowing down enough to realize it. The only thing that I could say is hug your family, love your friends, unplug, and take some time to really appreciate life for what it actually is, because I think we are getting into an age of reality where we can start to shape and form the reality that we want to live. And in a time where a lot of people want to escape their current reality, I could see this becoming the new drug that people become addicted to because it is so real. And Apple is mastering how to trick your brain into thinking that something which isn't there is actually there. So again, I'm not saying it to scare you. It's fascinating to me. I think it's amazing. I think the technology is brilliant, but it just makes me want to watch The Matrix even more. And I encourage you, check it out. Make an appointment. I think the whole demo takes about 30 minutes. So if you have 30 minutes to spare and you're going to be going to the mall or you're going to be going outside, take 30 minutes, go to your Apple store. It's free. Do the demo of the Apple Vision Pro. Let me know what you think. If you've already done the demo, let me know down in the comments. Was it real to you? How real did it feel? And what were your thoughts? I'm going to continue watching this Matrix trilogy. Hope you all are having a great week so far. I'm the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.